Hello, what's happening, guys? Thank you very much for tuning in. It's Beer Monster o'clock. And been to Home Bargains again. Picked up another one of their American craft beers that they've been getting in recently. Yeah, they just seem to be stacked full of American craft beer. So yeah, definitely no complaints from me anyway. This one is again by the Cruz Blanca brewery. I reviewed a lager from these guys the other day and it was absolutely fantastic. So I see this one. It's a Palm Shade Tropical Hazy IPA it's called. And I thought, let's give it a try, see if it's as good as the lager. 6% ABV this one. It cost me £2.15, which by home bargain standards is quite expensive because it's not a big can. It's sort of one of the in-betweeners, 355 millilitres or 12 fluid ounces if you're from the States. So yeah, it's sort of in between the big can and the little cans, isn't it? Yeah, £2.15. Well, if it's a good beer, then it's worth it, innit? But it's got to be good for that price. I'm not going to accept sort of half decent. I expect this to be good. It is actually brewed in the States as well, yeah. And yeah, let's crack it open and see what it's like. I'm not too sure what type of IPA it's going to be. Just says Tropical Hazy IPA. I don't know if it's going to be bitter or like a New England style IPA. Yeah, it's always fun to sort of find out, isn't it? Wow, it's looking very juicy. Looking at that, I'd say it's looking like it's going to be a New England like juice bomb style IPA. Oh, I'm getting some aroma from here. It smells lovely. It just smells, it's just so like tropical fruits. Beautiful. Got a piercingly white, beautiful head on there. Very, very attractive looking. Colour of this beer, for me, reminds me of pineapple juice, carbonated pineapple juice. There we go. It's kind of a like slightly murky orange, giving it that sort of pineapple juice look for me. Let's have a whiff. Oh, that smells amazing. Packed full of tropical fruit. It's just so juicy. It's almost making my mouth water. It smells delicious. Bit of malt in the back, like caramel malt. It's zesty and just tropical as like crazy. There's quite a lot of different fruits in there. The main ones that sort of standing out to me is pineapple and like a mango. Oh yeah, I haven't had one of these juice bombs for a while, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm pretty sure this is a New England style, which means probably a very little bitterness I'm expecting, and lots of fruity notes. Cheers everybody. Bosh. Let's chuck it down the neck. Oh, that's a bloody lovely beer. Yeah, it's really nice. Packed full of zesty, citrusy notes and tropical fruit explosion in your mouth. It's really nice. Body wise, I'd say it's sort of a light to medium body, pushing towards medium for me. Quite a nice sort of medium feel to the carbonation as well. It's not overly carbonated, but it is there. It's just so fruity. You've got to try and pick up some of these fruits. It's so refreshing, so thirst quenching. It sort of takes you on a bit of a trip, this beach. You drink it and just for a minute, just all these tastes in that just make you feel like you're in some like tropical country on the beach or by the pool. Yeah, it's an absolute fantastic beer for me. Again, by the was it Cruz Blanca Brewing. I'm getting lemon in here. I'm getting pineapple, mangoes, passion fruit, all sorts going on. It's just lovely. And then once you get away from that fruit explosion and you go with like a kind of lingering sort of tangy citrus, it's really nice and it really makes you want to go in again. It's really moreish, this one. No massive bitterness for me. It's just like a bit of a piney sort of citrusy linger. So yeah, it's not too bitter, but then for me this is definitely reminding me of the New England IPA, and they don't tend to be very bitter. They're more for people that don't like bitter beers. So it's brilliant. It's got to be one of the best New England, if it isn't back to New England IPA that I've had. It's not overly fruity. It's just the right amount of fruit without, like, sometimes you get to the stage where you feel like you're not drinking a beer anymore. This has sort of nailed it on the right amount for me. 6%. Yeah, it covers up the alcohol very well, let's say. Bit of a dryness on the finish. This is absolutely fantastic. If you're passing by Home Bargains and you're like into New England IPAs, give this a go. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's very, very nice indeed. As far as score goes out of 10, well, I think it is worth the money, because this is not for me the sort of beer that you would session. Maybe have a couple of them and move on to something else. So if you just fancy a nice start to your session, have a couple of nice ones and then perhaps move on to something a little bit cheaper, this would be a good one for that, just to get your taste buds going, you know, get you in the mood. I'm going to give it one more go. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's an absolute cracker. And yeah, that's a pretty good score for me, because I've never given anything a 10. Even my most favourite beers, I don't think anything can be perfect. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for me is definitely not bad going. Oh, I smashed it. Only bad thing is I've not got no more. And got a few bottles of Hogarden in the fridge, so that I picked up while I was at Home Bargains, because they were going cheap. So yeah, I guess I'd have a couple of them. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you hit that like button, if you've enjoyed the video, consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see some more from me. And check out some more of my other content if you're not sure, and make your mind up. And yeah, chat to me in the comments. Until the next one, guys. Bye-bye, darlings.